second. Let's go out the bath. If I want to get off my chest, get my teacups, come back. We'll talk about what I need to talk about. Right. So sit tight. Alright, here I go. I'm all relaxed, get out the tub, about an hour or two in the tub and everything. Somewhat clean, feeling charitable after last night's news, 10 o'clock news. Watched about 20 minutes of it, so it's about 10:30 or 12, no, 10:20, 10:30. Hop in the tub, I saw enough of the news, local news, mind you, right? 10:30, hop in the tub. Now it's probably like, I don't know, get the phone, right? Let's turn that on real fast. It's probably like about 2 o'clock in the morning or something, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? So I'm gonna get this off my chest. Over here, my stove says it's about 2:25. The stove, but it's hour fast. And I don't want to, like, you know, mess with the time on the stove, right? I don't really use it. I use the Mickey, the microwave, right? Go to Wally World, put the Frosties in the Mickey, anyway. So the phone's loading up, and I don't know where to begin. I'm feeling charitable, I gotta get stuff off my chest. Based on this thing we're going through, right? Thing loads up, the phone doesn't load up when I want it to. It's a flip phone, I never know this thing so slow, right? Like I made out of money, some North Korean, there we go, 127, there you go, boom. Right, it loads up, it's 127 or so, you know. That's me going deep sea fishing, you know. 127, right. So I don't know what to tell you, it's September 16th, Wednesday. Got some notifications here, hey, whatever, yeah, it's important knock on my door, right? You know, when you walk in my apartment, there better be a badge in my face before your lips start even moving, right? A badge in my face. If there's no badge in my face, your lips moving, you're out of this place. I don't care who you is, right? What agency or entity you with, who you know, who you think you might know of this planet, right? That being said, right? So I live in South Nashville, right? I have to start from what I know, what I saw last night in the local news, right? Here I am watching the local news about this thing we're going through with and they're saying stuff like, I live in South Nashville, near Antioch. Well, I lived in the South, near the museum and everything. The lady says something about a remarkable story about South Nashville is a hot zone. It was one of the worst hot zones in the world. And this is local news, mind. It's like, for me, it's mandatory because I don't want to get excited watching news of a different geolocation from where I'm at, right? So I'm watching this local news, it's mandatory to me. I think it's important. Grant you, right? So I'm watching that, right? She's talking about South Nashville. And some of these people talk at the side of their neck, don't even know what they're really talking about. They just gave me something to talk about, or someone's in there telling us, you know, regurgitate what they're talking about. She's saying Nashville was like the worst hit zones in the world for this virus going on and such, right? So I'm like, okay, so I'm getting the chills thinking about it, right? But yeah, I'm cool either way, though. So I guess kind of like, I guess kind of like thinking about number one, which is you know, being your own practitioner, your own doctor and everything, right? So I hop in this tub, it's about 10:30. Look at the phone now, it's 1:20, that's got out. So I've been sleeping there for a long time. And you get to sleep, you know, treat your body like, you know, not to get too, treat your body good, you know, like a temple or something, like a car, I guess, right? Right, so anyway, I don't want to talk about, and that being said, you're watching the new people getting in the new political realm and people taking sides, the R party, the D party. Well, I know they had a political party going on here. It was televised in Nashville. One of the guys from the D party claims the R party. Now, mind you now, the guy from the D party, right? Now, they had their little debate in Nashville, some other college somewhere where I'm at, right? Right. One of the D party guy is claiming the R party guy everything under the sun, even people's skin tones, is our party's fault, right? Imagine that though, this virus popping off. It's probably how you got most of his votes anyway. The Deep Party claiming everything under the sun, everything else in the world is our party's fault. Right there on national television, right? That's probably how you got most of his votes in the first place, right? Right, you know, the Deep Party guy, you know, I don't know how old he is. He's pretty old though, right? I know he's taking medication or taking some inspired Sigmund Freud powder dust that put credentials in him. I don't know what he's on, right? Doesn't know when to smile or look away or whatever. The our party guy that's in current, you know, he's serious, not smiling or nothing, not laughing or nothing. Looking at him like serious, like he's being like, you know, the our party guy is like thinking, like looking at him like, how serious can you be, right? The D Party guy is like, I don't know what he sniffed or what is he? I don't know. Anyway, that's beside the point. He's making false accusations, right, against the R Party guy, the D Party guy, false accusations with the R Party guy, and national television. That's how he got most of his votes in the first place, anyway, right? Right? If he got any votes, right? Maybe we're outnumbered by wolves or I don't know what to call them, right? Anyway, after that being said, so they're having an ordeal about, you know, voters and such. But you can't sweep that under the rug under the other elections where Florida became a question in every election, right? You know, after election, Florida had the say in it, the final say in who got, you know, shuffled in the thing, right? Florida became in question of the election, right? Now it's a different story, right? So it's technology. Can you imagine like having like a vendetta, right? Being good at your job, right? Like, sir, I'll give you an example. Like, you want to be a judge, right? To get revenge, right? So you go through law school, right? You become a magistrate, right? You get that robe, you get that gavel, and you rewrite law a little bit because you're kind of like really good at your profession, right? So you go through all that just to get a little revenge, right? You murder someone with a gavel in the courtroom or something. I don't know how you get revenge, right? Or for instance, like, you know, I'll look at it another way. Say like you're good at emergencies and such. That these old timers now, granted, these old timers went through, I say war, maybe I tell you, war's a bit light. These old timers that you know they can verify went through hell, right? Maybe even torture. Torture's one thing, right? So these old timers like VFW, foreigners, etc., you know, Americans, right? Now some of these people may have been tortured by other countries, right? Right? You know, so these people, you know, do you blame them for like now being good at your job? Say your job entails emergencies or viruses or government agencies, right? And then you got good at your job, you rewrite your profession, you're so good, you rewrite your profession, right? And you have your, let's say you do all that, you have this face on, right? This fake face on, right? And then no one knows you have pain. That no pill you can pop, no red pill, no blue pill you can pop to like cure your ailments, right? So you have some way arranged where you get bobbed off, right? And all this thing is going autonomously, right? So let's imagine those apples, put that in perspective though, right? Let's give you an idea of what I think about on this platform, right? What I could say on this platform, either way, don't matter, R party, D party, whatever you think of, right? Because I don't have no credentials, right? Or fake credentials, whatever you want to say, right? I didn't take no oath, right? I'm not in some military branch, think of Series 7, right? Right? As far as you know, yeah, what do you know of this earth, right? What do you think you know, right? That's the question. Not my question though, but anyway, me, don't care, right? So I goes walking, I live in South Nashville, right? This is a little, like 2 weeks ago, right? I'm walking with my headphones, right? Bumping my music, you know, trying to get some exercise for the new weather, the new season coming up, get the cold weather, right? I see these black helicopters floating around, right? The one that nabbed the guy in Pakistan and dumped him off in the Indian Ocean, and while fish ate him up and just plapped on your platter, right? Anyway, so I'm watching this black helicopter flap around in section, right? And again, it seems like I live by the AT&T building, right? So I'm looking at these black helicopters. They're having like surveillance like 1993 New York City surveillance of this building, I live at. So I'm not even trying to get, I'm tired of taking photographs and everything. I'm tired of being surveillance too, like I got a microchip on my elbow or something though, you know? So anyway, so I goes home, done nothing of it, and then that's about a month ago, right? And I started thinking, and I'm like, you know, I'm tired, like worrying about just going with the flow. I used to be a happy-go-lucky kind of individual though, growing up and such, being naive on purpose though, to my live long and not knowing anything, right? So, yeah, so after that being said, so people, you don't know what's, you know, you don't know what people's going through, and people, especially people who are older than you too, right? So, after that being said, you don't really can verify anything. I grew up in Florida though, by an Air Force base. They're not on the Air Force base. So the government can't be, well, liable to whoever in my family worked in the military. I don't know, but anyway, I had a nice life. Had all kinds of friends, you know, rich friends, 3-story houses, friends from the Bronx, friends from like, you know, Italy and then Thailand and all them places and such and stuff, you know. So anyway, I don't get to elaborate too much on my friends. Atlanta, for instance, right? Well, on 8th Avenue. That being said, so I want to get off my chest. I don't go around chit-chatting with people that don't have to. With this thing going on, or not thing going on, it's the thing to do, right? So they got some new games coming out, right? They got this game called, this game that is downloaded for like $7, basketball, but it's cartoonish, without the likeness, the cartoonish likeness of these NBA players, without the real photograph and the real problems and the real egos of these paid, you know, not to say they're athletes, they're paid to get, you know, criticized, right? So after that being said, this is the game I play. I got paid like about $7, I think, right? Total $8 though. And I'm getting my butt beat. And I ain't scoring no points, but I'm laughing, having a fun time, right? Not like the other game, right? And don't forget the other game. The other game I was downloaded though. It's called let's say the Bill and Ted guy was in it though. Talk about the Matrix guy, the blue pill and the red pill, the Padded Room movie, right? Forget that. Now they made a game out of that crap, right? The same dude too, Johnny, you know what I'm talking about? The Padded Room man, right? Matrix guy, right? He made a video game. The Matrix, the Padded Room movie. Now you want to make a Padded Room video game too, right? Get that. I was that close to getting it too. I looked at the trailer, the little intros and movies and such. Now all these people are like hoopla over this video game, right? I think it's called Cyber something 20 something year future, whatever they have. You know, they're having an issue with everybody's having an issue with the hackers and such. Anyway, but they don't know that. They think there's something everything revolves around them, right? This video game, everything's hacking the video game, right? The Google got hacked. Every these people got hacked because they're after our virus, vaccine. That's right. Probably, or maybe this other country's interested in us, ripping us apart, right? I don't know. I'm not in the military, and I don't get paid to, you know, to care, right? Or vice versa, whatever. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, you know, make it count. The day's not up yet. When it pops up today, right? You know, you make that day count. Whatever you invest that time in, whatever you put in the attic, in your dome, right? You know, give it all you got, right? Put a little in it, you know, a little effort, and whatever you do, right? So, that being said, right? So, you don't really know. I mean, you say one thing and you do another thing, right? So, put that way of looking at it. I don't want to talk about. So, people like the rap game, right? So I'm gonna say a little rap here. Think of a rap. Calculator, the common denominator, the refrigerator, or the incinerator, right? Calculator, the common denominator, the refrigerator, the incinerator, disappear, right? In the river, right? In your liver, right? Mama Shiva, right? I don't know. Anyway, so it's a new year popping up. It's December. That your Uncle M from New York is gonna be coming out soon with his new song, and I'm looking forward to that, right? Hey, and people all kinds. It takes different strokes for different folks, so right? So yeah. So I'm just looking forward to that on the hush hush. But yeah, it's all right though. Yeah, so calculator, common denominator, the refrigerator, the incinerator. I made that rap the other day watching some documentaries. It just came to my head real fast, like Einstein, you know? So they got this cowboy game I downloaded. It's called a Cowboy Online game. So I was in there walking. It's realistic too, right? So it's $5, but it can have 100 GB for $5. I'm like, well, it's, you know, let the features, you know, consist, have substance though, right? So I'm like, oh wait, all day for it to load, you know, download and such. I'm playing, right? I'm in some town, right? It took all day to get to some town, right? And I think the town got robbed when I got there, right? The guy was shooting at me, so I stood my ground, I popped off, I shot him dead, right? I'm thinking through his thing. I had a guy from the other direction saying he just assumed that I did wrong. Well, I stood my ground. He goes, I'm gonna go contact the other people, you know, witness or something. Or he's a witness. He's a witness. He's gonna tell the lawman. So I'm like, but he shot at me and ran away. So I shot at him, dropped him down, right? And the same about four, and then the other guy, witness, two guys showed up, witness. So I popped off one of them. And the other buddy or somebody got to town, and I was on a wanted man all of a sudden. So the lawman was off to me that says wanted, and the town's picking. My horse comes walking up, right? My horse comes walking up. So I'm unbuttoned though. I'm hitting buttons, right? I'm hitting buttons. I don't even know what I'm pressing. My horse is walking up. So I cold cocked my horse. I don't know how I did that. My horse like, hopped on my horse, slapped him up. He's like, and then the lawman is after me, right? So I'm breaking out with these injections. My horse like, you know, because it's serious. Because sometimes you get these animals that they want to like, I'm running through the forest. I know my horse was out the blue out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from. Right? I'm come running. The lawmen are on their horses shooting at me and stuff. My horse is like, I'm like running. Boom. Hop on him, right? Slap him. Let him know it's serious. Yeah, that's that cowboy game. I think they made that online game with the realistic game with the California people, right? So I don't want that because that can trigger it into something though. You walking though, right? You can't tell from reality and the video game. That'll be something, right? Something to snap off like that. I already have a genetic defect and everything, so I picked the cowboy game and the Destiny game. I've been playing that Destiny crap since Destiny 1, so I'm pretty good at that. I want to move on to other things because if one game's like having an issue, I can move on, allocate that time to that game to the other game. So I got the cowboy game, and I got this prohibition game about the mafia in Chicago, about the alcohol prohibition in the 30s in Chicago. And I've been watching some documentaries about Purple City, the crack era, the crack in New York City, Purple City. Now they might come out with a video game for that when the Sony PS7 comes out, like 2050 at the earliest, right, for us. So I'll be about 84 when that comes out, that slang name, something to appreciate with the PS7 or something, right? It's called Purple City, right? Although it's just that, right? Purple City. Now who knows what the internet would be like then though, right? Video game. I watched a good documentary about that. And it's Purple City, you know. I like that. It's dope. Be a video game, right? Yeah, it better be 2050, the earliest, right? You know, yeah, whatever. Right, so that'd be nice, right? I don't know, but it's interesting, right? So I'm going to have so much memory on this PS4, and I want to get a PS5. That's too much graphics, right? Even the graphics alone on the PS4 is like, you know. I'm sensitive to things like that. So I got this new basketball game. It's bought yesterday for $7. So it's only 7 GB, right? I bought it for $8. It came with I think about 8 to 9 GB. That has it's cartoonish. It's easy on the eyes. I like that. I can be on that forever. But I'm having fun here, laughing the whole time. People just coming up with dunks like their lips, right? They're sucking on the backboard. Pick up the ball. Funny maneuvers though. While the guy's running, right, he picks up his lips. He steals the ball, right? White dude, like, steals some black man's ball, and he goes, talking crap like, I'll steal your blackness next time, what? Whatever. Right, so Yeah, so I'm gonna get stuff on my chest. For what it's worth though, you know, you make that day count, and then as long as you walk this earth, right, take crap from nobody. I don't care what's on these stars on their shoulders, what's on logo on their vehicle, limo or not, or lights on their vehicle, a logo on their limo, or lights on their car. Take crap from nobody. As long as I walk this earth, someone's gonna say great minds think alike, right? As long as I walk this earth, right, I'm not alone in this world. Grant you that, right? So who knows what? Right. So can you imagine that though, right? Have a job, so good at it, right? You rewrite the book on your job, right? Just to get revenge, right? Hey, sign your own, you know, bob yourself off, get yourself knocked off, right? So you're so good because you have pain. There's nothing on earth that can heal your pain, right? Right? You got that? Like saying, I don't know, it's like you're airplane captain, right? You know, departing here in an hour. I'm your new captain. We'll be arriving, you know, departing and then arriving, right? Please turn on your electronics because we're about to land soon. You're free to, you know, we'll be landing soon. 30 minutes to the city we're into. Have a good look at it. Take your photographs. And captain again, I have some news for you. I just got divorced and we're all going to die. Yeah. Right. So anyway, can you imagine that though, right? Revenge like that. And there's movies coming out too. You imagine I'll look at some movies. I used to live off $200 a month, right? On my benefits from both my parents that fought the wars, right? You know, wars, Air Force, Army, whatever, you know, military people, right? So when these actors, military people, you gotta be direct, right? Like, you know, really, because you give them an opportunity, these military people, they'll walk that grade, they'll go out of it somehow, right? I'll give you the story of myself. I'm not even military, but I'm on a military base being interviewed by Pensacola detectives, right? Back when I was about 17 or 16 or so. They asked me where I get the alcohol. I said, I dripped it. I said, okay, well, yeah, the dream told me I find it in the woods. And I got charcoal and I got, you know, charcoal thing on my name on my tag. I'm an Air Force base. They're from Pensacola, from Navy. Pensacola's Navy. I'm on an Air Force base. They're asking me, they're detectives asking me statements like, where do you find the alcohol? I dripped it. Yeah, and the dream told me to find the alcohol in the woods. Problem? You're like, who can, little Jay across the street, he told me. So the next day, ran the next day, knocked at the door, little Jay's talking to me, hey man, yeah, everything okay? Anybody's coming to see? He's like, no, good, because I told these people that I dripped it, there's an alcohol in the woods, right? He's like, yeah, okay, right, yeah. So that's Eglin Air Force Base. So yeah, that's that. So anyway, I don't know what people talking about, right? Right. You know, this stuff, right? You're looking at somebody, right? You got like your mom's from a different part, Glasgow, you know, or Scotland somewhere, right? The guys, people be like, you know, hey man, what you looking at? You're like this, looking at you, right? He's like, yeah man, what you looking at? You're like, nothing much. He's like, yeah, that's what I thought. He walks off, right? You're like, and he stops in the middle of the road. He looks at you again, like, I think he's gonna tell you something, and he gets run over by a garbage truck, dead, right? You're like, what? All right, so I got the energy. So you get the people though, right? You get the people like, you know, hey, get off me, man. What you looking at? He's looking at him, right? You looking at him like, looking dead at him like, nothing much. He goes, yeah, that's what I thought, man. All right, yeah. He walks off, right? You're like this, still looking at him. He's walking the middle road. He stops in the middle road. He turns to look at you. He starts to point at you, right? He's about to say something. He gets run over by a garbage truck. You know? Okay. Well, I'll make it all day. Okay. All right. So So I'm walking and squawking, shuffling my feet, and what you know, look up, I see the golden arches, right? So I'm a 44-year-old man, you know, so I'm gonna say, I'm gonna get happy. I'm 44 years old, right? I'm gonna get happy. With the confidence, I'm gonna get happy. So I'm gonna get a happy meal. I'm a 44-year-old man, right? I'm gonna get a happy meal. I'm gonna get happy, right? There's things like, she doesn't know what to say. What kind of tweet you on with it? I'm a 44-year-old man, right? I'm like, story. So I'm taking the other direction home from Mickey D's, McDonald's, right? At the intersection by the bank, some bank somewhere, right? I'm clicking the sign, right? You hit the little thing, the thing that says to walk across, right? So I hit it twice rapidly, the voice gets louder, so I hit boom, wrap it up, hit it twice, it gets louder. You know, don't walk, you know, like that, right? And then lo and behold, this dude comes walking across the street like he's in a movie or something. Then he stops, comes walking to me, and goes, and I'm here with a brown bag and my strawberry shake's melting. I'm take 2 sips of it. I can't even drink the whole thing. I take the whole day to drink the thing, right? So I'm here dripping with strawberry shake, and it's 4 cheeseburgers and 2 fries in my bag. He goes, got any napkins? And I'm like, yeah, McDonald's got your napkins right there. Go ask them, they got your napkins. So I cross the intersection, my thing, the white man, the chalk man. So I walk across the street, right? He's like looking at me like, yeah. And I'm like, and I'm walking across the street, right? I say, yeah, McDonald's got your napkins, right? Look, go in there. I got my car keys. He's running up and putting his car keys in his eyeballs and dead in the street for everybody, right? And I'm walking, right? I'm looking through people's car windows, looking at him, right? Looking at him with a bag, my strawberry shake, right? Looking at him like, yeah, right. Maybe he'll get cloned. Everybody else will get cloned and taxed up the kingdom come. Me? Don't care, right? Or vice versa, who cares, right? So I'm looking at him, right? Waiting he was going to say something across the street, right? And what do you know? The police department rolled up. It's natural. They live in South Nashville. It's kind of like, don't care, right? He walks off, right? Yeah, good. He didn't say nothing. He looked at him walking. Maybe he might even got enough courage to go in McDonald's and ask for some napkins or something. Who cares, right? All I'm trying to say is, he thinks my McDonald's bag, right? He walks to Earth he thinks my McDonald's bag had napkins for him, right? McDonald's got your napkins. That's one day, right? It's like Groundhog Day, the same intersection, right? So I'm walking, right? They got these bikers rolled up, right? They're coming out of like the black bikers from Philadelphia or Baltimore. They go roaming up, boom, boom, on the street. So I'm like, okay. So I see this coffin car rolled up. So I relax, benefit of doubt, right? And next thing you know, hear the sirens go off, woo, woo, woo. But I don't see their police detail for this funeral procession. So I get I want to get out of Dodge, but I cross this road, and my road is clear, so I walked. Right, these people are stuck in traffic, right? These bikers blocking off the intersections, right? So I come walking across the street, cutting through, and this woman was singing a song, looking at me. I thought, I hope she's singing a song. She looked at me and said, she said something to me, so I stopped to see the license plate, right? So she said nothing. Her boyfriend goes, if I could do this, do nothing. A whole slew of them, right? So I keep on walking, I get mad, right? This guy in the blue shirt come walking across the ABC affiliate and the car wash, right? He had a blue shirt. And he's looking at me like, I'll turn this blue shirt into red, just like that, from dedicated satellite, man, evaporate, right? So I'm looking at him, make sure he has eyeballs the other way in his blue shirt, right? So I keep on walking, I get mad. So I go home, bake my McDonald's in the fridge. I go to Napier Projects, where the corner stores is at, where the gas station's at, right? So I'm doing military innuendos with the phone, a couple 3-time clicks and stuff, looking at gas places and such. This guy, this Jamaican dude, this Haitian shirt dude says, what's up to me? Going to the gas station, right? Because what's up? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? So I walked in there and it goes cool then, right? So that was that, right? I don't want to tell you this. This happened a couple days ago, right? I keep my receipts, right? Yeah, so I'm talking to the guy at the convenience store. I was like, yeah, before I leave here, we got a plunger, because if you do, I'll be back to get it, right? He goes, plunger? Like, you know what a plunger was. So I thought, do you know what a toilet is, right? Yeah, I know what a toilet is. Well, yeah. I'm not gonna buy it now. If you do, I'll save it for when I'll come back and get it. He goes, toilet? No, the plunger that fixes the toilet. You know what toilet is, right? But he had the mask on and everything, so he's like, no. So I bought what I had to buy and everything, and I left, right? But I couldn't leave because I had an issue with my, my third leg or whatever. So really, because I couldn't really walk home because I did a lot of walking that day. Let's say I had an issue with my, I made it home, right? And that's just that. I'm gonna call it a day. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about yeah. The calculator, the common denominator, the refrigerator, the incinerator, the evaporator, the eliminator. Fuck your liver in the river. Right. The calculator, the common denominator, the refrigerator, the incinerator. Alright, so yeah. So